TV Crazy Man here. In this video, I'll give you my opinion on the new Superman movie and how I think this Superman stacks up against Christopher Reeve and George Reeves' definitive Superman portrayals. I thought the movie was pretty solid, very different for sure, but as far as some of the criticisms I've watched on other videos, I just don't get it really. I mean, it's not all over the place like I've heard in some negative reviews.
Well, if that don't beat all!
It's a decent story, decent effects, with the actors playing Superman and Lois being outstanding in my opinion. As far as it being too silly, as you might have heard, it seems like it's got more humor than, say, Man of Steel, but it's still actually kind of dark in some ways. Superman himself is very hopeful and an all-around nice guy.
I may throw up.
Now, he did take a beating, which is another complaint, but hey, as Rocky said, it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
That's how winning is done!
So did I like Superman getting knocked around before he ends up, and I hope I don't have to really say spoiler here, but of course he ends up triumphant at the end. As far as politics, there's not really any I noticed. I mean, if you dissected it word for word, you can make the case that there's some political messages hidden in there real deep, but it's like they used to make movies and stories. If there were political messages, it could really go either way. But it's just like we're watching an actual story, not a propaganda piece with an agenda to brainwash the masses.
Where's the dog?
Although, to be honest, I think there's something going on with that dog.
So, ow, stop it, stop, sit.
Clearly, Superman does love dogs in this movie, especially Krypto. Why, I don't know.
What the hey, dude?
Now, I am pretty sure that this is the first time in comic book, TV, or movie history where Superman says the word dude. Now, I say it all the time, but Superman doesn't usually say that word.
What do you expect me to say?
Oh, you know, the thing about Scott.
Great Scott!
Great Scott! I'm my old powerful super self again!
That's it. That's the word.
Listen to me, Jim. Exactly where is that monkey?
There are a few really weird things that flash by in this fast-paced story, like Monkees on a typewriter working on insulting Superman on social media.
Limit today, 24th. New schedule being followed.
What is that? Where did it come from?
I told you, she got it from the monkey.
But just lasts a couple of seconds.
I taught him everything he knows.
You get back to that monkey and hang on to him. Don't let him get away, whatever you do. Do you understand?
The monkey's wearing a Superman costume.
But it is kind of weird because you'd think Lex would use an AI program for that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hints of John Williams' score, which I love, but quite frankly, they needed the whole score in there, all of it. You do hear the familiar tune at the right moment, but it's just like a few seconds at a time.
Great shades of Elvis.
David Cornswet is a great Superman, no doubt about it. He seems like a guy that's went to Sunday school every week of his life, and he just really, really wants to do everything right. Cornswet was able to communicate Superman's feelings towards a preservation of life with nothing more than a look, during the giant monster fight scene in particular. And just like in the comics, he goes out of his way to preserve all life. Although with Hot Girl's one action in the movie that I won't say what it is, I can't believe he's friends with her, not with his moral code.
Great Caesar's ghost.
Now, in comparison to Christopher Reeve or George Reeves, he comes across as a lot less confident Superman.
What the hey, dude?
But his portrayal is still within the lines of how Superman might view his role as a superhero and how he interacts with the world. His Superman, I guess, doesn't come across as quite as authoritative as, say, the 1950s Superman.
Jimmy, knock the door down.
Me?
Yes, you.
But he is playing a younger Superman.
Well, I'm going after him. Get the bottom of this once and for all.
He's definitely not quite as dignified and demanding of respect as George Reeves as Superman, but he goes out of his way to save little animals more than even Christopher Reeve, who I remember saving the cat from a tree.
Nice going, Jimmy. I couldn't have done better myself.
Okay, slight spoilers here.
Great Caesar's ghost!
Okay, are you ready? Here's a slight spoiler.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
They did mess with how Clark's parents were portrayed, both his Kryptonian parents and his adopted parents, the Kents. The Kents were shown as kind of like hayseeds, but they still were shown as ultimately wise, I guess, and caring parents.
Land sakes alive!
But maybe even a little more countrified than the Kents from the 50s Adventures of Superman.
What is it?
Looks like one of them newfangled rockets.
Jor-El seems to be on the not-so-nice side of things in this movie. And that actually does fall in line with Smallville's portrayal of Jor-El, which made him borderline evil at times. Interesting choice of actor to play Pa Kent, Pruitt Taylor Vince. I recognize him from the 5th season episode of Miami Vice, Bad Timing. I'm pretty sure he usually plays a bad guy. He has a wandering eye that always darts back and forth, and he usually looks pretty evil on shows I've seen.
What?
Okay, nitpicking here, but the action scenes were a little rough for kids, I would think.
Oh, no.
And there was a couple of times they cursed, taking God's name in vain twice, which for this kind of movie seemed unnecessary. I mean, it's a kid's movie, or at least it's supposed to be, I guess. And yeah, I know they did do a few swear words here in the original Superman movie too, way back in the day.
And he realizes.
Krypto did make me laugh a few times, but as you've seen in the trailer, that dog is an idiot. He's dangerous. He practically kills Superman before he saves him. He's nothing like kind of the Lassie sort of hero dog you see in the comics, where back in the older comics you would actually see the dog's thoughts, and they read like something an intelligent human being might think. At one point, Krypto is sitting on Lois Lane's lap, and I'm thinking, how is Superman not worried this dog is going to kill her? In fact, in one scene, he makes reference to not being able to leave the dog alone with his parents because the dog might kill their cows. Again, there are a lot of the criticisms that the movie is getting that don't seem very fair to me. I mean, overall, it's a fun movie. At some point, you have to keep your expectations to a realistic minimum when it comes to new movies. I mean, you aren't likely to get the same kind of feeling you had watching Superman as a kid, no matter what they do. And yes, of course, there are always areas of any movie that can be improved, but you gotta give them credit for one thing, and that's making a movie isn't exactly a piece of cake.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
And yeah, there are some things I would have liked to see, like Superman flying at the end with the American flag.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
And I definitely wasn't too crazy about Supergirl's brief appearance. As far as the way her personality is being presented, it's just not cool. I just don't see Supergirl as an irresponsible party animal. There are a lot of things good and bad about most movies, but I got the feeling that a lot of sincere effort was put into this movie, and for that, you have to give them credit. That being said, to this day, I don't think anyone has ever put forth the effort that Richard Donner put into the first Superman movie. I mean, that was like a labor of love. But I do want to see another film with Cornswet as Superman. One other thing I want to mention, I'm just curious, am I the only one that thinks that movies are too loud these days? I mean, just too darn loud.
Why, I wasn't a boy 10 years old.
My wife and I literally wear earplugs to go to see new movies these days.
I'm afraid you're just too darn loud.
Am I being old-fashioned just to want to keep my hearing? I mean, I'm just saying. Well, that's it. That's my 2 cents. Have you seen the movie, and if so, what did you think about it? If not, do you plan on seeing it? Hey, check out my Superman playlist for lots of stuff on George Reeves' Superman TV series. Plus, check out my cartoon channel, Freddy Cat Cartoons, where Freddy Cat interviews Superman. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit like, and have a great day.